Hey there, how's everybody doing tonight? Hey there, I'm gonna wait a few minutes until some more people come in. I think it's right at 5 o'clock now. And we're just gonna wait a few more minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and jump on and get started. Good evening, everyone. My name is Karsten Tyson. I work in the undergraduate admissions office here at Savannah State University, the University by the Sea. I want to encourage you that if you all have questions, there is a chat feature, and if you have questions at any point, you can ask me at any point, and I'll try to keep an eye out for any questions that you have. So, Savannah State University, smart, bold, and proud. We were established in 1890. We are the oldest public HBCU in Georgia. We're the oldest institution of higher learning in the city of Savannah. Our current president, Kimberly Ballard Washington, serves our student, faculty, and staff. We have a student faculty ratio of 28 to 1, and our accreditation is maintained through the Southern Association of colleges and schools. And if you have any questions, like I said, just jump right in, okay? Here at Savannah State University, we're nicknamed the University by the Sea. If you love the beach and if you love seafood, definitely worth checking us out. Here at Savannah State University, we have 75 plus student organizations, everything ranging from the art club, campus activities board, the fraternities and sororities, Prudential Society, the Wesleyan Gospel Choir. And so there is something for everybody here at SSU. And if you decide to come here and there's not something that an organization that you feel is needed, all you would need is a faculty sponsor, a faculty staff sponsor. We could definitely make that happen for you. All right. Here at Savannah State University, we are divided into four colleges, one university, but four different colleges, and they are the College of Education, the College of Business Administration, the College of Liberal Arts and Social Science, and the College of Science and Technology. Again, this is the College of Education, College of Business Administration, the College of Liberal Arts and Social Science, and the College of Science and Technology, which basically houses our STEM programs. We have a plethora of academic majors ranging anywhere from engineering, technology education, interdisciplinary studies, middle grades education, and secondary education. Our academic majors in the College of Business are accounting, marketing, computer information systems, global logistics, and international business management with a minor in entrepreneurial studies. Josh asked, is Savannah State going test optional? Yes, the Georgia Board of Regents has approved, and I was actually going to get to that a little bit later, but the Georgia Board of Regents has approved for us to go test optional for the 2021 academic year. So what that means is that if you do not have test scores to present, whether it's ACT or SAT, you would have to have a 2.5 unweighted GPA in your core subjects of English, math, science, history, and world language to be considered for admission. And then we'll talk about that a little bit later on. That was a very good question, Josh. And in the College of Liberal Arts and Social Science, Our majors range from English language and lit, Africana studies, homeland security, and emergency management. Fun fact about that: Savannah State University is the first university in Georgia to have a homeland security and emergency management academic academic major. Sociology, criminal justice, social work, mass comm, visual and performing arts, as well as political science. And for our freshmen, there are talking about housing and all that. All that we have two different types of freshman housing. There is private and semi-private, and then with the semi-private, those are like clusters, so you can have anywhere from 4 to 8 people that live in a cluster. What about business management? Tatiana, could you be a little bit more specific? Because our academic majors in the College of Business Administration are accounting, marketing, computer information systems, global logistics and international business, management and entrepreneurship. Yep, so that's what we got with the College of Business. And so we do have, like I said, in terms of housing, we do have private and semi-private housing for freshmen, and most of the freshmen are housed in Tiger Place or the Freshman Living and Learning Center, which is also nicknamed the Flick around here. And for those of you who are definitely into sports, we do have a full athletic program. We are a NCAA Division II school. And for on the men's side, we offer baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, and track and field. Veronica says something about poli sci and criminal justice. Do you mind repeating what you read off those two subjects? Tatiana, first of all, yes and no. If you live in a certain radius, because we really want all the freshmen to have the experience of living on campus, and so if you live within a certain radius to the university, like students that live in Chatham County, Georgia, which is where the city of Savannah is located, we don't require them to live on campus, but we do advise, in order for you to get the whole collegiate experience, especially your freshman year, for you to live on campus. So yes, you can live off campus, but the preference is for you to be housed on campus, and you'll have meal plans and all that good stuff if you live on campus. Is there a marine biology program? Yes, we do. We have marine science, and Savannah. So the city of Savannah is located off the eastern coast. Right, it's not far from the Atlantic Ocean. We're like 20 minutes away from Tybee Island, which is one of the beaches here. We're about 45 minutes to an hour from Hilton Head Island in South Carolina. But the beautiful thing about our campus is that we have a marsh, and so there's a marsh like on the north side of campus, and that's where a lot of the students do. A lot of the marine biology students or marine science students do their studies and some of their research. And are there any? Yes, there is a vocal music program here. I can actually go back and share those with you. We actually have vocal performance as well as music education. So yes, there is a music program here. All right. Any other questions before I jump back into athletics? Okay, so our we, like I said earlier, we are an NCAA D2 school, and our men's athletic sports are baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, and track and field. And so for the women, our athletic program consists of basketball, cheerleading, cross country, golf, softball, tennis, track and field, as well as volleyball. So there's a little bit of something for everybody. For those students that might be interested in ROTC, we actually do have two ROTC components on campus. We have Army ROTC as well as Naval and Marine ROTC, and then there's I can, if you are interested, I can provide those contact numbers for you a little bit later if you were interested in the ROTC programs here at Savannah State University. Someone asked if we were going test optional and earlier. And so the response to that is for 2021, yes, we will be going test optional. What that means is you have to have a 2.5 unweighted GPA in your core classes of math, English, math, science, history, and foreign language. All right. So there, if you look at it like this, there are kind of like two pathways for admission. The COVID-19 way, which is like the test optional way, and then there are some students that have taken the SAT or the ACT, and they do have test scores that they would want to present as part of their admissions consideration. And so the traditional route would be for that. If you have the test scores, and for the ACT, for the SAT, I'm sorry, you have to have a 480 in evidence-based reading and writing, and a 440 in math. And then on the ACT, think about it like 17s across the board: 17 in English or reading, 17 in math, and a 17 composite. And with that, if you have those test scores, the GPA requirement for admission is a 2.0, 2.0. But if you don't have the test scores, or if you have test scores and you don't meet those benchmarks, you have to have a 2.5 unweighted GPA. And so I see a couple questions. Is there a way to get a soccer scholarship? Unfortunately, we don't have a soccer program, so we would not be able to offer a soccer program. And so the sports that I mentioned earlier for our NCAA D2 program would be the sports that would offer you scholarships, and those would actually be left up to the recruiting coaches for those particular sports as they're trying to build their team. What I don't know much about applying for them. Okay, Veronica. So if you are a senior, what I would encourage you to do is to, or everybody everyone that's a senior, go ahead on and apply for your FAFSA. That's your federal financial aid application. It's online. The window opens on October 1st. So you would definitely want to get that. I would recommend that you go to our website and go to the financial aid page, and there are lots of scholarships listed that students can apply for. Another website that you might want to consider for scholarships is the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. There are lots of scholarships available there, and a lot of them go unclaimed. So definitely check our financial aid website, as well as the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Do you guys have volleyball? Yes, we do. We do have volleyball here at Savannah State. Aviana, that was a good question. Do you all take application fee waivers? Okay, so, and I was going to get to that a little bit later on too. You guys are asking some really good questions, which is a really good thing. No, Tiffany, Tatiana, we don't have lacrosse. So we do offer out-of-state waivers to students that live in our bordering states. Those states being Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia. Oh, we are in Georgia. Alabama, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, and South Carolina. So if you are a resident of any of those states, you would be eligible for the out-of-state fee waiver. And application waivers, our application is free. So at the moment, there is not an application fee. So that's a really good question. So is there I'm sorry, there is no women's soccer team. There is no women's soccer team. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, and so I'm gonna scroll through, and someone asked about financial aid. Again, the fast for if you are a senior and you're graduating in 2021, the federal financial aid portal opens on October 1st. It opens October 1st every year, and so at that point, you can go ahead and start the application process. And then once you, and then you'll have time to submit your other documentations that the Department of Education or the federal government will ask from you. So definitely, it's really important to go ahead on and jump on that. And again, for students that are looking for financial aid that's specific or scholarships that's specific to Savannah State University, definitely check out our website. Go to the financial aid page on our website, and there will be a listing of various scholarships. Okay, somebody said, okay, let me see. Nicole, oh yeah, I answered that. Um, I missed the info. Nanny, I'm not sure what you're asking. Would a person need to write an essay to enter? Do you have any firefighting programs? No, we do not have a firefighting program per se, but we do have Homeland Security and Emergency Management. And no, you would not have to write an essay. If you do, because I know a lot of students do write college essays, but that's not necessarily a part of our admissions requirements. If you do write one, it will be looked at and definitely added to your application file. All right, Nanny asks, are the freshmen required to live on campus? Yes and no. If you live within a certain geographic region, we do want our first year students to live on campus just so they can get the collegiate experience. Because there's like you're just so engulfed in the campus life, and it's harder to be a commuter student because you got to fight traffic, get to find a parking space, all that stuff. So that can be a bit stressful. But we do make exceptions for people to live off campus if they have family or relatives in the area, or their parent or their family might have secured, or they might have secured a place for them to live already. It's not required, but it's strongly recommended. Is there a physical science program? We do have chemistry, like a chemistry major. We don't have like a physical science major, but physical science definitely falls under chemistry. Chemistry and biology are, especially biology, are our most popular majors. Do you have a psychology major? We do not have a psychology major. We do have a program called behavioral analysis, and that is more or less along the lines of what we would offer for students who are interested in psychology. Do you happen to know what percent of students graduate from Savannah State who majored in criminal justice? I don't have a definite percentage for you. I do know that criminal justice is one of our most popular majors. How small is the college? Well, right to date, our student population is at 3,300. So we're not like small, and we're not humongous like Georgia State or the University of Georgia, but we're the student to teacher ratio is 1 to 28, 28 to 1. So yeah, so we're a small to mid-sized campus. Um, do your recruiters for volleyball come to Maryland to Maynard Jackson High School games? Where is your school, Aviona? Do you have a nursing major? We do not have a nursing major. One of our sister schools in the University of Georgia system that's located here in Savannah has a nursing program, and that's Georgia Southern on Armstrong's campus. And what students have done is that they have majored in biology here and taken their nursing requisite classes at Georgia Southern, or they transfer them in from another institution. Do you have a law program or business? We have a business program. We don't have a law school, but we do have a political science major, which definitely prepares students for law school if that is something that you want to do. We don't have a law school here, but we do have political science, which is one of the majors that people who are interested in studying the law will take. Yes, we do have a master's program. We have a graduate program. That information, I work on the undergraduate side, but that information is definitely on our website. There are assistantships for the master's programs that are available, and that information would come directly from the department head of the program that you're interested in studying. Riley, good question. Our basketball program is really good. Our sports, we had a major comeback last year, and I hate that all the COVID stuff is going on right now because due to social distancing, we're not in a place where we're offering our fall sports program just for the safety of our student athletes and the safety of everybody involved. Jalen asks, are the ACT and SAT optional? For 2021, we are test optional. So what that means is that you would have to have, if you don't have test scores to present, you would have to have a 2.5 unweighted GPA and your major classes like English, math, science, history, and world language. And yeah, that if you don't have test scores, or if you did take the SAT or the ACT and your test scores didn't meet our admission standards, you would have to have a 2.5 GPA. What are some popular clubs on campus? Campus Activities Board is a way in which students get involved in some of the planning aspects of some of the events that happen on campus. The art club, we have all of our fraternities and sororities are on campus. Eloquently committed to helping our sisters, International Student Association. We have a pre-dental society, the Black Silhouettes dance team, and we also have a fashion group, a modeling troupe. This is what I was trying to say. And then we also have the Savannah State University Wesleyan Gospel Choir. Sky asked, do you all have girls soccer teams? And we do not have a girls soccer team. I'm sorry. Is the basketball program open for recruiting? You would have to, Riley, you would have to reach out to, go to our website and go to the athletics page and reach out directly to the coach. But I am more than likely sure that they are looking to build their team and everything. Okay. How is the nightlife? We are in a pandemic right now. There is a side of campus life, but right now, until this whole pandemic shuts down, it's kind of restricted gatherings that students can have. There are no in-room visitations. So it's yeah. I mean, you're coming to school to study foremost, but the nightlife is secondary. And right now, that's just shut down because we are trying to make sure that we adhere to all the safety protocols to keep you all safe, so we can keep our kids here through the semester. Because hopefully, we'll be able to keep our kids here through the semester and all that good stuff. How much is a living space and books? It depends on what type of living space you have, because typically the more privacy you have, the more expensive your living space is going to be. Books range. I would at least bank on at least $300 a semester for books. Test optional. Yes, we are test optional. Is there a physical tour schedule? Our tour schedule will be on our website on September 15th. Due to the COVID restrictions, we are limiting the number of guests that we have on campus. And so information about that will be forthcoming. We will, however, be hosting virtual information sessions in which you can speak with a recruiter or someone else who works here in the Office of Admissions. But right now, our physical on-campus tours are going to be very limited and restricted, and it's just for the safety of our campus. I'm a junior at Manchester in Atlanta, Georgia, and I wanted to know if I can get a scholarship for volleyball. That would be up to the volleyball coach. That's not in my office. We don't We don't issue athletic scholarships. That is up to the discretion of the coach of the team that you're looking to become a part of. Do you have to take an AP class? No, Tatiana, no, that's a really good question. No, you don't have to take an AP class. There are, and I look at applications, so there are a good number of students that apply and get admitted that don't have, that haven't had AP classes. So it's not something that you have to have. For some of the more competitive universities, like the larger campuses, yes, but for us, you do not have to have AP classes to get into college. Hello, from Frank Zimmer. Hey, Frank. In regards to the master's program, what are the GMAT and So I work in the undergraduate admissions office, and so the graduate program would be at the School of Graduate Studies. They would actually be in a position to answer those questions for you in terms of what the GMAT and GRE scores requirements would be. And from what I have heard, some of the programs are going GMAT and GRE test optional, but you need to check with the program before you take my word for that, because that will definitely be some research. Because the thing is if the at the undergraduate level, if we're waiving the ACT and SAT, it's the same concept. The GMAT and the GRE is like your ACT or SAT for grad school. So some institutions are waiving those. Hey, Victoria Smiley. Do you have Delta? Yes, we have all the D9 represented on campus. So yes, we do. Do you have a strong political science and journalism program of study? Yes, we do have a very strong physical science. I'm sorry, political science. In political science, you can focus on pre-law, public administration, and international and comparative politics. So our poli-sci program focuses on pre-law, public administration, as well as international and comparative politics. And someone asked about the journalism program. We actually have under our mass communications, under that umbrella, we have print journalism, public relations and advertising, and AV production, audio and video production. All right, I'm getting bombarded with questions. Hold on. Angela Stevens, hey there, how are you? Oh yeah, I just answered your question. Do you prefer SAT or ACT? We're neutral because we are on the East Coast. Typically, most East Coast schools are accept the ACT, but we accept the ACT also. So it doesn't matter. We don't have a preference. We just prefer it. If you go that route, then you have the test scores. And again, for the ACT, I think about it like this: 17 across the board, 17 in English or reading, 17 in math, and a 17 composite. And then for your SAT, you would have to have a 440 in math and a 480 in evidence-based reading and writing. All right, did I answer your question, Angela? Victoria, hi. What scholarships are available? Our scholarship information is online. If you go to our university's website, savannahstate.edu, and go to financial aid, there is a list of the scholarships that are specific to Savannah State University. Mr. Bossman. So I don't know, I'm not sure if you heard this or not, but for the ACT, you have to have a 17 in English or reading, 17 in math, and a 17 composite. And for the ACT, you have to have a 440 in math and a 480 in evidence-based reading and writing. Sarah, I'm sorry, we don't have an interior design program. Jenny, do you guys take IB credit? We will, if you do have IB courses on your transcript, that will definitely help your application. But in terms of like the AP courses, if you score well on the AP exam and you get the credit, your IB credits won't transfer over like your AP credits will. Can we have a car on campus our freshman year? I'll be honest. Yes, you may. Yes, you may. What foreign language do you have? Spanish and French, and we also have we offer Chinese through the International Studies program, but it's not an academic major. I think even with our Spanish and French programs, they're not academic majors, but you can minor in Spanish and French. Jante, can I send y'all my information on the app as a 10th grade? No, you have to be a senior to apply. Yeah, you have to be a senior to apply because we look at and make a decision on everything that you've done up to your junior year and your courses in progress. And that's one of the reasons why it's so important that you finish off your junior year on a strong note, because that's the last full year that we see until we get your final transcript that shows that you graduated. And so that junior year is was really crucial. But so you got one more year. You got one more year. Hang in there, buddy. Um, are you accepting people on the spot today? Unfortunately, I am not doing on the spot admissions today, but perhaps at another time, definitely stay on our website because we are having some programs in which we will be making on-site admissions. But to today, no, we're not doing admissions decisions today. I'm sorry. Jenny asked, "Are you guys test optional this year?" That's like the most popular question. So yes, we are test optional, and I've explained this before. Um, we if you don't have your test scores, ACT or whatever, you have to have a 2.5 unweighted GPA, and then 2.5 unweighted GPA in math, English, science, and math. All right, all right. So Mr. Bossman wants to know about our sports program. So for our men's athletic program, we offer baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, and track and field. That's what we got. All right, y'all. If y'all excuse me, I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. So why don't you guys tell me some of the things that you are looking for or some of the things that you're interested in as you're trying to decide which college you're going to go to. Nate, we do not have a video game path as part of our computer science program. We don't. That is something that we are possibly looking forward to incorporating, but right now we don't offer that. Um, May you repeat how to get to the sky? Okay. Soraya, so what you need to do is go to savannahstate.edu, and then you will see all the tabs and everything, and then you'll see click financial aid, and then you'll click financial aid, and then you'll see like the scholarships that are available, that are specifically available to Savannah State students. Okay. Reagan, yes, we do have a forensic science program. We do. Are you guys accepted on the spot? Xavier, no, unfortunately today we're not accepting on the spot, but definitely be on the lookout because we are going to be doing some virtual on-site admissions. Yes, we do offer suite style rooms. Yes, we do. Sense of community. Oh, and she's answered. Oh, yes, sense of community and mentoring program. So yes, you will have. There is a great sense of community here, and in fact, students are paired with an academic advisor, and then in your department, you're also partnered and paired up with a departmental mentor who's an adult that teaches in your academic discipline. You will more than likely have them for a class, and so there are ways for you to be mentored. Does Savannah State offer full tuition? I'm not. Are you asking this? Actually, are you asking if we offer full tuition scholarships? Is it Keela? What is the campus life? Well, right now it's just kind of dormant. And I don't want to, because of the pandemic, we do, under normal circumstances, normal non-Rona times, we do have a bustling campus life. I will say that it is good to see the students back on campus and everything, but our clubs are not meeting in person, so they're doing virtual meetings, and just until we get a sense of what this pandemic is going to do, and just trying to keep everyone's safety in mind. But our campus life is pretty legit. It's just, Rona's kind of like, yeah, all y'all get somewhere and sit down. Do you have a film program? We do have mass communication, and we do have audio video production. Brittany, I'm sorry, Brianna, I'm sorry. Um, in order for us to apply, we have to have a 2.0. Okay, officially can. All right, so there are two pathways for admission. Okay, so you got the COVID-19 pathway, then you got the traditional pathway. So I'll go over the traditional pathway first. So, because that's the one that you asked about, 2.0 GPA. So typically, you have to have a 2.0 GPA, unweighted, and then on your ACT, you have to have a 17 in English or reading, 17 in math, and a 17 composite. And on your SAT, you have to have a 440 in math and a 480 in evidence-based reading and writing. That's if you have for the 2.0, and if you have those test scores, yes. Now, if you don't, because we are test optional for 2021, if you do not have those test scores, or if you don't have test scores at all, you have to have a 2.5 unweighted GPA in order to be considered for admissions. Boss man, yes, we do have marketing programs. And let's see. Do you have any writing programs or majors that heavily involve writing, such as creative writing, media IT? Okay, yes, we do have. Well, and there's a lot of writing in our English major. We don't have a creative writing program per se, but we also have in our mass communication, there's public relations and advertising, which there's a writing component to that as well. And we also have audio and video production. hmm And there's a radio station on campus. And you said media like television, radio, etc. So yeah, in fact, I'm actually in my office, and the radio station is like right behind me. Um, Hi, do you have an art or media production program? Would that fall in the visual performing arts, fine arts? So that would actually fall under the arts for the that would actually fall under both visual and performing arts and mass communications. Um, Shannon, everybody say hey to Shannon. I'm sorry, I'm just doing it. Do you have an orchestra? If yes, are there scholarships for the viola programs? We do not have an orchestra. We do have a band and various ensembles, and so there are. So you would definitely might want to reach out to the department, to the music department, to see for more information about that. Um, can I get some information on the computer science department? Um, I'm what Xavier? What do you want to know about the computer science department? Are you all expecting anything from high school juniors? Juniors, we expect for you to keep your grades up when it's time to take the SAT or the ACT, to do the best you can, and then we expect for you when you're a senior to go ahead on and apply. And like I said earlier, I'm not sure if you were in, but the your junior year is your most important year, because it is the last full year that we see on your transfer. It's the last year that we can actually get a full understanding of your work as a student. Reagan, yes, we do have a forensic science program. Um, what law school does your pre-law students feed into. And so that actually depends on where the student's from. Like we do have a lot of Georgia residents, and so a lot of them will go to like UGA for law school. Um, some will go to like another HBCU. Some will go to NC Central. I don't know if there are any North Carolina people in here, but I'm originally from North Carolina. Some will go to NC Central and possibly even Howard University. Um, I'm sorry, what's the COVID requirements? We have a 2.0. I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry, with the COVID requirements, we have a 2.0 after graduation before. Ken, I'm not sure what you're asking. Do you guys take fuel credits? No, dual credits. Oh, I was like, what is fuel credits? I was like, Sarah, what in the world? Sarah, you look, girl, I was like, you about to put me off on some new. So Sarah, we do accept dual enrollment credits. So what you would need to do is whatever university or college you're doing your dual enrollment coursework at, you would need to have them send your transcript over to the registrar's office here at Savannah State University so it can be articulated and evaluated, and then the registrar will the registrar staff will actually determine which credits will transfer over for you, okay? Do you have an industrial and product design? Sean Massenberg, I'm sorry, we don't. Officially Ken, 2.5. Let me see if I can find your other question. I'm sorry, with the COVID requirements, we have 2.0 after graduation before. So with the COVID requirement, if you don't have test scores, or if your test scores don't meet the benchmark, you have to have a 2.5. But if you have a 2.0 and you meet the test requirements, you're good to go. But if you do not have test scores, or if your test scores do not meet our admission standards, you have to have a 2.5. What classes do computer science majors take? Well, they take, not trying to sound snarky, but they do take computer science classes, and computer science is a heavy, and they take some programming classes, and that definitely there's a math and science component to that. Also, are there certain requirements I must meet? Yeah, Xavier, so like I said, if you are a senior right now, you have to have a 2.5 GPA if you don't have your test scores, or if you do have your test scores and you meet the test score requirement, a 2.0 GPA. That's pretty much the only requirement that you would have to have. That would be, well, officially can't both, because 9 times out of 10 we're gonna make an admissions decision on your application before you graduate, because at that point you're sending us your what's called a partial or an incomplete transcript. It doesn't have like everything on from your senior year on it, and so we'll make a decision then, and then we'll wait for your final transcript that verifies that you graduated high school. It's very unlikely that grade point averages drop from the time that the decision is made to the time that we get the final transcript. I have seen them drop, but that's so rare and so infrequent. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Clark. Thank you for taking it up for me. Are there any other questions? I mean, if you have Xavier, if you have a 4.0 GPA, that's gonna help you get in. Like, that's gonna be instrumental. Like, that's crucial, especially given the fact that either with COVID-19, you have to have a 2.0, a 2.5, or if you're being admitted the traditional route, a 2.0. One thing that students have asked me in the past is, do we do like early decision, early action, and all that? No, we don't. And so, like when you apply, and as long as you have like all of your information at the time of application, we can go ahead on and quickly make decisions. But in terms of like early action and early decision, we don't offer that. But we do encourage you to apply as early as possible. Because what I don't want to happen, and I see this a lot, is that students like, oh wait, I think I want to go to college now, and then you now we'll work with you. It's just really stressful and frustrating when you wait to the last minute. I mean, because there's a rush, then you got to get your financial aid in, and then it's just like, um, yeah. So I would encourage everybody to apply as early as they possibly can and get those documented, like your transcript and test scores if you have them. Is there an application fee? Our application is FREE, free, favorite four-letter word. So no, at the moment, we do not have an application fee. And so our application is actually online, and then you would have to actually fill out like a Georgia Futures profile. Even if you are not a resident of the state of Georgia, you would have to do a Georgia Futures profile just so that your application can be routed through our system. All right, so yeah, there is no application fee. So why not apply? Anything else? So yeah, so we talked about financial aid, athletics, application process. Um, how long to hear back from Savannah State University after applying? Ashley, that's a good question. It really depends on you. Like, so typically, if we have all your documentation, like say like you apply, and then you have your guidance counselor or the registrar at your school send us your test scores or and your transcript, or if you're doing COVID-19 admission, just your transcript. You could expect to hear a decision. You could expect to get a decision within 4 weeks. And but here's the thing: you won't hear from us until we get all your stuff. Now we'll send you reminder emails. Please send us your transcripts if you haven't done so. So you'll get reminders if your application is incomplete. So yeah, so it was about 4 weeks. Oh, Jada is asking a question. If I just took the SAT and my score comes out bad, but my GPA is a 3.5, would that mess up my chance of getting? No, no. So the good thing is with this COVID-19 provision for admissions is that even if you don't meet your the SAT or whatever the standardized test requirements are, as long as you have that 2.5 GPA, you will still be considered for admissions. Do you have to take the SAT or the ACT to get admitted? Um, mm, it would be good for you too, but it really would be good for you too. But especially given the COVID-19 situation, um, it really depends. It really depends on. It's really up to you. But we are test optional for 2021. When is the deadline to send in your application? The application window will open on September. I have to look at my calendar. September 15th. So as soon as you get all that information in, you can go ahead on and get rolling on your process. But again, our application is free, so there's really not even an excuse as to you know not applying. When is the deadline, the sending your application. So for the fall semester, the deadline is July 15th. And then for the spring semester, the application deadline is November 15th. So July 15th for the fall, November 15th for the spring. Okay. Any other questions? So we talked about scholarships, academics, social, different social organizations, the application process. Yes, we are test optional. What's the GPA requirement if you don't have? Oh, you know what? It's pop quiz time. It's pop quiz time. I want everybody to participate. So, if okay, true or false? Savannah State University will be test optional for 2021. True or false? Pop quiz, pop quiz. Yay! True. What's the criteria for professors who are teaching in their given subjects as far as their experience? Uh, Jackson, all your professors are going to be, they will have a graduate degree, master's, and more than likely a PhD in their in the discipline that they teach. That's just how higher education works. So yeah, it ain't like you're gonna have some boo-boo clown teacher or whatever. But yeah, they will be experts in their field. True, true, true. All right, Makai, Keela, Miss Clark, Miss Barnes. True. Okay, true. All right, so we are test optional for 2021. What is the GPA requirement if you don't meet the test criteria or if you do not have tests? Oh, Miss Blair, we don't have an endocrinology program. I'm sorry. Miss Hawkins got it. Miss Blair got it. Keela got it. 2.5. So y'all paying attention. Okay. True or false? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a good question. True or false? Um, Savannah State University was the first university in Georgia to offer a Homeland Security major. True or false? Savannah State University was the first university in the state of Georgia to offer an emergency management and Homeland Security major. No, we don't have a nursing program. There is another university here in the city of Savannah that has a nursing program. It's Georgia Southern at Armstrong's on Armstrong's campus. I'm gonna wait for a few more answers. Yes, we have a biology program. No, we were the first university in Georgia to offer emergency management and Homeland Security academic major. Yes, we were the first. All right. So Shantish, if you would go on our website to Savannah State, savannahstate.edu, and go to the financial aid page, and then click on scholarships, it will give you the information that you would need for scholarships. I see we got a few more people in here. Are there some new people that have questions? Kelly, no, we don't have an architecture program, but we do have mechanical engineering technology. I mean, but an architect builds buildings, but but unfortunately, we don't have an architect major. But again, Savannah, if you like the beach, Savannah State is close to the beach. It's like 20, the beach is like 20 minutes that way. And then if you like seafood, the city of Savannah is a is beautiful. It's we got palm trees, Spanish moss. Sydney, our journalism program is actually pretty is awesome. We have a newly renovated TV studio, and it is pretty good. So we have public relations and advertising. We also have audio video production And so there's a lot of good stuff going on in our journalism program. We also have a radio station on campus that's right behind me. Jack. So we on the same wavelength. Did you see what I told Sydney about our journalism program and mass comm program? We do not have psychology as a major. We do offer behavioral analysis. That is what we offer in terms of our students that are interested in psychology. Yep, that's what we have. Brittany had a question about sports. Let me see. So yes, we do have sports. We are a D2 NCAA Division two school. Do you offer nursing? No, unfortunately, we do not offer nursing. Yes, we have sports, Kelly. Are you giving virtual tours this year? Yes, we Ms. Hawkins, we are giving virtual tours as well as restricted on-campus tours. And so the tour information will be available on our calendar or on our website beginning September 15th. But yeah, we are doing virtual information sessions as well as virtual appointment sessions if you want to talk to someone in the admissions office. Sharice, no, we do not have a physical therapy major. But definitely, what I would encourage you all to do is go to our website. If you have questions, um, you can definitely. I'm going to type our email address. Admissions at savannahstate.edu, and we can definitely, yes, Lily, we have biology. And so that is where, Kelly, if you got 3.0, you're good to go, and you're making your test scores. But even if you don't have test scores, a 3.0 is beyond the 2.5 benchmark for admissions. So if you have questions, definitely go to our website. You can definitely email us at admissions@savannahstate.edu. And then our website, I'm gonna go ahead on our university's website. So you can definitely go there and to savannahstate.edu. Definitely look at the website. You can actually make a custom made view book, something um, that's unique to your major. Lily, a lot of our students that are interested in pre-med major in biology or chemistry. What are the out-of-state fees? Jackson, hold on, let me look that up for you right quick. Jackson, which state do you live in? So yeah, so the out of California. Okay, so our out of state tuition is 16,204 for the year. hmm 16,000. So college is expensive, and that's why you guys definitely need to make sure that you guys are on your scholarship and financial aid process because it is really expensive. I'm about to type in. I'm about to put in a website for you. that talks about scholarship opportunities, and for anybody else that is interested in the scholarships that we offer here at Savannah State. And there's another one too that I'm gonna put in here. No, so Internet Savannah State is not on the Common Black College application because our application is free. So yeah, so you would, so you actually pay for the Common Black College application to complete an application and fill it out on Common Black College application. But Savannah State, there's no application fee, so we're not a member institution of Common Black College application because our application is free. All right. Did you guys have any other questions? Oh, I was like, what are our stand? Okay, internet. Our most popular majors are biology, criminal justice, and then we also have a lot of students that are doing biology, criminal justice, business administration, and mass communications. You're welcome. Did anybody else have any other questions? So definitely go to our and I'm actually gonna type in the give you guys the URL for our admissions website here at Savannah State. Yes, Makai, we do offer political science. Um, well, actually, we do not have a psychology program. We do offer behavioral analysis, which is a program that most students that are interested in psychology um, would do instead of psychology. Um, for our for 2021, we are test optional. But what that means is that you would have to have a 2.5 unweighted GPA in your English, math, science, history, and world language classes. So yes, so English, math, science, history, and world language. So you have to have a 2.5 GPA unweighted, and then if you have test scores on the ACT, you would have to have a 17 composite, 17 in English for reading, or a 17 and a 17 in math, and then you for the SAT, you would have to have a 440 in math and a 480 in evidence-based reading and writing. Charity, I think I just said that. Um, yeah, so yeah, I think you did you get that? Um, I don't know how to pronounce this. Mia, Miss Williams. Um, for 2021, we will be test optional. Yes, but if you have the opportunity to take the test, I would. Okay, good, Charity. If you have the opportunity to take the test, I would take it. I mean, as long as it's safe and everything. But if you do have the opportunity to take the test, you need to take it. A lot of universities are going test optional, but what you need to know is that some of them, if you want to be considered for scholarships, you have to have an SAT or an ACT score in order to be considered for the scholarship. So definitely keep that in mind. Although like the schools are for the most part going test optional, for some of those competitive scholarships, you will have to have an ACT or an SAT score. You have to have 2 years of the same foreign language. So you have to have French one and French two, or Korean one and Korean two. We do have a political science program that has an emphasis on pre-law, public administration, and public policy. So yeah, we do have a political science program. So yes, that's a good question about the foreign language. So you have to have 2 years of the same foreign language. Yes, we do have a biology program. All right, so I did send the several links, a link to the admissions office, um, a link to financial aid, and other useful information. Is there any? Yes, out of state tuition is $16,204. So yeah, you definitely need to for the academic year. So definitely, definitely need to hustle up any type of scholarships or financial aid because college is expensive. I mean, and it is something that you have to financially plan for. I mean, even like sitting down and talking with your parents, like this is what we can and can't do. So because it's an expensive investment in yourself, but well worth it, and you have to really think about how you're going to finance it. If you are a resident of Georgia, you do we do accept Georgia Hope scholarships. So make sure that if you are a Georgia resident and you're eligible for Georgia Hope, make sure that you definitely you want to definitely be on top of that too. Typically, Ms. Williams, the meal plan which students get 10 meals, like the 10 meals per week meal plan, because typically students tend to do stuff on their own for the weekend, but that is typically the most popular meal plan. Kyla, I'm not sure if you're just coming in, but the GPA requirements, if you are going for 2021, we will be test optional, and you have to have a 2.5 GPA in English, history, math, science, and foreign language. If you that's if you don't have test if you don't have test scores. If you do have test scores, um, the GPA requirement is a 2.0, and the test scores that we would need would be on the ACT a 17 composite, 17 in English and math, and on the SAT a 440 in math and a 480 in evidence-based reading and writing. I'm sorry, KJ, we do not have a swim team. No, we don't require an essay. All right. So, are there any other questions that you all have? Okay, then it was a pleasure speaking with you all. Definitely, please, as you're doing your college planning, keep Savannah State University in your mind and definitely apply. If you are graduating in 2021, we definitely look forward to receiving your application. And again, if you have questions about the application process or questions in general, you can definitely send us an email, and I'm typing it right now for you. Admissions at savannahstate.edu. And we are in the SEAC conference. We're in the SEAC conference. So we're at NCAA D2 school in the SIAC, SIAC. That's our conference. So definitely y'all can hit us up at admissions at savannahstate.edu. And unless you guys have any other questions, it was a pleasure talking to you all, and we look forward to getting your application. Thanks so much. Have a good evening. Good luck to you as you, whatever year this is for you, whether you're a junior, senior, and everything. Stay strong and get the grades and everything, and all that good stuff. So, no, Morgan, we are not doing on-spot admissions today. But stay tuned because we are going to be doing some virtual events in which we will be doing on-site admissions. So definitely keep us in the loop. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good evening. Take care.